Hey everybody, Sonja Badesi here from Success Fitness. Today we're going to do a booty workout. So we're going to work those legs, work those glutes, work those core muscles, and we're going to need some free weights with that. So if you have separate weights like 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, maybe have them ready to go. And also on the very end, we're going to do a couple exercises with the mini band. But if you don't have one, don't worry about it because you can totally do these exercises without it. But if you ever have the ability to find one of these somewhere, I definitely highly encourage you to get one of these because they're such a great tool and they take up such little time. Space. All right. Anyways, so let's get to work. We're going to start with just a regular squat to warm up. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. All right. Ready? Let's go. So just squatting it down and up, body weight. And what we're after is making sure that we stay within your heels. Nice deep breathing. Keep your chest lifted and pressing it through. Good. Nice and controlled. Inhale, exhale out. Good job. And push. You're doing awesome. 10 more seconds. So we don't need to do a whole lot of them. We just want to wake up your muscles, right? To let them know, hey, this is what we're doing. Good job. 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. We're going to hold it right here. We're going to do one leg only. We're going to do a nice little abduction and just lifting it out to the side. Ready? Let's go. So we're just going to stabilize on this leg. Now notice I don't swing my whole body into it. I want to try to keep everything nice and stable. Flexing my foot as we're going out, just to warm up the outer part of that hip. And because we're doing some booty leg work today, we want to make sure everything is ready to go, right? 10 more seconds. Try not to point your toe out or back, right? We're going just laterally to the side. Let's try the other side. So of course, the standing leg is already doing quite a bit of work as well. Ready? Out we go. We're just going to do 30 seconds per side and press. Good. Exhale out and squeeze. Nice deep breathing and extend. Good. Exhale out and press. Awesome job. And lift. And lift. You got this. And lift. Good. Keep your belly button pulled in. Nice and controlled. 4, 3, 2, and shake it out. Let's lay right down onto your back. We're going to come into a bridge position. So hands go down beside you. Lift your hips as high as you can. And then we're going to march it out. So we're just going to pull the knee in, pulling the knee in, but we're going to keep your hips up the whole time. When we're pulling that knee in, think about your core stabilizing, right? You don't have to pull all the way to your chest, but try to lift as high as you can and lift. Good. And lift. Your hands are here to support, leading with the knee and pulling it in, marching it out and pull, right? So just warming things up, yeah? So it's not going to be exhausting, right? Keep going. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Let's come on back up. We're going to go right back into your squat, okay? 30 seconds. Ready, and go. Squatting it down. So after a couple rounds of this, we should feel a little bit warmer that we can then jump into grabbing the weights and moving on from here. And that's kind of the purpose of doing these little mini warm-ups, right? To getting the body ready to go in a nice, safe way. And press, because that's what we're all about. We want to do it nice and safe, right? And again, down and lift, down and lift. Last 4, 3, 2, and time. Standing nice and upright. Again, let's go for those abductions. Ready? Let's go. 30 seconds. Right? So just firing those muscles. You don't force it up there. If you need a chair beside you or the wall to hang on to, totally do that as well. And lift. And lift. Good. And lift. And lift. Let's do 10 more seconds on this side. And then we're going to switch it over. Good. And again, lifting it out. And lift. Perfect. Over to the other side. And go. So we don't need it. Whoop. A break in there. And press. All right. So a little bit of balance in there. Lifting it out. Exhale out. Let's do 20 more seconds. Good job. 15 seconds. and lift. We got this. Right, and you're going to start feeling things getting a little warm in there, right? So we don't want to fatigue them so much that you can't do the other exercises because that defeats the whole purpose. And then laying on your back, bridging it back up, hands down beside you, and marching it back out. Ready? Let's go. Knee to chest, right? But keep your hips lifted, engaging through those glutes we're going to be working. And lift. Good. Exhale out. I actually already feel warm. So, I mean, technically, could you make this a workout? For sure you could, right? Any movement is a workout, right? So you're here, you're with me. If you do 3 sets of this and you're kind of going, whew, okay, I'm exhausted, then that's your workout, right? And then add on as we go. You don't have to, anytime, don't ever feel forced and release to complete a full class if that's not where you're at for your level at this point. Squatting it down, ready? Last set of 30 seconds. Awesome. And squeeze. Really think about evenly pressing into your heels, right? We all have a leading side, a stronger side, and really making sure we keep the chest lifted and thinking about evenly pressing into those legs. 10 more seconds. Good. And press. We got this. 4, 3, 2. Hold it right here. Abductions. Ready? And go. Lifting it up. Lifting it. That standing leg is doing quite a bit of work too, right? So you might feel that, especially when we move to the other side. It's like, oh, why is that one feeling so tired? And lift. And lift. Good. Exhale out and lift. Awesome work. Squeezing it. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switching to the other side. Find that balance. Ready? Let's go. Lifting it up. Lifting it up. Good work. Right, and again, I'm staying nice and level with my hip. Okay, so I'm not going back, I'm not going forward. I'm keeping my foot semi-flexed, right? So just like how I'm standing, I don't change my foot positioning because we don't want to turn it, right? If you have a chair in front of you, that might work to keep you nice and stable. Last 2. 1 more. And shake it out. Back down into the bridge position. Lifting it up, marching it out. Ready? And go. Pulling it in. Pulling it in. Good. Keep those hips lifted. You're doing awesome. You're here with me, right? That's half the battle. And lift. And lift. You got this. Good. And lift. Core's working too, right? And lift. Keeping those hips lifted. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pulling those knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side because it feels good and we're right here, so why not, right? And we're going to slowly come back up. Have some water if you need to. And we're going to get set up for our first 2 exercises. We'll call it supersetting, where we just take 2 exercises, go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then we move on to the next 2 exercises. So if you have a couple sets of dumbbells, what I'd like you to do is putting 1 set together. We're going to press them together, okay? And you're going to have your heels on them so that we're elevated. If you do not have another set of dumbbells, you only have 1 set, then maybe grab a couple books that are, and maybe 2 inches, an inch or 2 off the ground, and then put those underneath your heels. Or maybe you have something else that you can put your heels against, okay? But we're trying to get that little bit of an angle. If you have nothing, that's totally fine. Then just stay on the ground like you normally would do your deadlifts. But this will work a little bit different. We're gonna have your dumbbells in front of your hips, shoulders down and back. We're going to go all the way down, stretching it just past the shins, and then squeezing it all the way back up for 50 seconds. Are you ready? You're with me? Ready, set, and go. Down we go, and lift. As soon as we're done with this, we're going to move into having the having the dumbbells on the shoulders. And we're going to move into squats into a good morning. Okay, so if you want to then use the lighter dumbbells that you have your heels on, that's totally fine. Or you can use the heavier ones that I have in my hands here, um, and do them from there. But the good mornings are a little bit harder, right? So you might want to start a little bit lighter. If you don't have dumbbells and you have water bottles, soup cans, a jug, totally fine, all doable. We can make it happen. And lift. Notice my back is nice and flat, right? So I'm not forcing it into a rounded position. Get a little bit of a stretch bend, softening those knees, and done. We're gonna have your dumbbells on your shoulders. We're gonna do one squat and one good morning. Ready, set, and go. Squat, hinging from the hip. Good morning. Yes, squat, hinging from the hip. Good morning, right? So we're just hinging from the hip. Just be careful on those good mornings because we want to stretch it from the back of the legs, but we don't want to get your lower back to get angry about this, okay? So just be very careful. Squat, so I'm a little bit more narrow in my squat. And good mornings, good. As I said, we're doing booty work today. And good mornings, good. And again, squat. So if you're planning on a big drive tomorrow or something like that, may not. Or you may want to take a few minutes in between longer drives. Last one, and done. Back to your deadlift and get a break, right? So where you get out of the car every half an hour and stretch it out. Ready? And hinge. Down we go. So notice on this one, I don't have my legs fully straightened. I'm softening my knees just a little bit, right? And press. Inhale down and press. Good. Squeezing the bum and push. Squeezing the bum and press. Good work. Nice deep breathing. We don't want to lock your knees right out, but we don't want to bend them too much either, right? So it's a happy medium there. And again. Good. And push. Back stays flat. If you can't keep your back flat, then definitely bend your knees more with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. Dumbbells on your shoulders. Back to your squat. Good mornings. Feet come a little bit more narrow. Ready? And go. One squat. One good morning. That should not be easy. One squat. When you do that good morning, your back is flat. Use your core. Yeah? Squat. Good morning. Good. One squat and good morning. So if you only had one dumbbell, you could totally do it from here. One squat, but keep the dumbbell here as you're doing your good mornings. Yeah? So there's your option to making it a little bit lighter. One squat. Good. One good morning. One squat. Good job. One good morning. And time. Back to your deadlifts. One more round. Whew. When we're doing supersetting like this, it gets tough. Dumbbells to the front. Ready? And go. Right? So there's not a lot of breaks here. And because it's all booty work today, our legs are going to work hard. Having that said, is my upper body still doing work? Of course it is. It has to hold the dumbbells, right? So there is certain parts to when we're saying booty work, leg work, that the honest truth is, I mean, there's still other parts of the body that have to help you, right? Down and press. Good. Stretch, lifting it up. You got this. 20 more seconds and lift. Good job. Inhale, exhale out, pressing it up. Good. Let's do 10 more seconds here. And press. 5 more seconds. And time. Good. Back to the squats. Good morning. So I'm going to do it from here this time. Right? Shoulders down and back. Ready? Let's go. Squat. And good morning. Good. And again, squat and good morning. All right, squat and good morning. Squat, and good morning. And again, squat. Notice I don't move my dumbbell away. I actually, if anything, I'm actually pressing it sort of against my chin when I go into that good morning, right? So I don't lift it away from me. How those glutes doing? If your back is getting angry, definitely lighten it up a little bit, right? And maybe leave out the good mornings. So just go into your squats, because that's a lot, right? Doing the deadlifts and doing the good mornings. And time. Good. So 3 sets, done. Yes? Moving on. All right, our next 2 exercises is going to be side lunges. We're going to hold the dumbbell right in, sorry, not in front of us. We're going to hold the dumbbell in your hand. And if we're lunging to this side, we're going to get this dumbbell to go towards that foot and coming back up, okay? So we're going to do 50 seconds on that side, 10-second switch over, which means we're going to have the dumbbell in the other hand, and we're going to lunge to that side. We're going to do that for 3 sets. So we're going to do the same exercise, right, left, right, left, right, left. Or left, right, left, right, left, right. It's up to you. All right, so I always start on my right so that I remember what I've done, so that I don't get all confused, right? So remember when we're doing the side lunge that this leg is bending, this one is stretching, and the dumbbell is coming along, and you want to try to get the dumbbell as close as you can down towards the heel or the ankle, and then power it back up, staying on the side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do this. Down we go. And again, down we go. Good. Down we go. Right, so this leg is staying put. If you can't quite go as low, just go here. That's fine. It's a good start, right? And press. Don't go as low if you can't, or you don't have the flexibility. If you feel this in your knee, then it might mean that this knee's going past the toe and you're not pressing enough into the heel. Okay, 20 more seconds on the side and press. Good. And press. Good job. 10 more seconds. Awesome. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and switch to the other side. So let's come right on over. We're going to lunge it over in 4, 3, 2, let's go. Yeah? Good. And again. Good job. And again. We got this. Good. And again. And press. There's 20 seconds. Come on, make it work. 20 more seconds. Focus on your technique. Digging in with the heels. Come on. 5 more seconds. And of course, depends how heavy your weight is, and switch to the other side. Okay, 50 seconds, second round. Yes, ready, and go. Whew. Right, so when we did the deadlifts, good mornings, and squats, we're working through your glutes and hamstrings. Now we're going a little bit more lateral. Lateral type movements like this are really great for knee strength, hip strength, and ankle strength, right? So we're working the muscles around them, and we're working on those stabilizers, and also a nice little stretch to the inner thigh on that extended leg, right? And again, good. So very valuable exercise. If this bothers your knees though, again, look at your technique. If you're kind of going, no, I'm doing it all right, still bothers me, maybe don't go as low, or maybe have a chair in front of you instead to start off with, and have that help you to stay more upright. And done. Over to the other side. Other side. Second round, yeah? We're still on that second round. Ready, set, and go. Good. And again. Good work. Just my ears here. And press. Good work. Nice job. Come on. Form and technique is everything, right? There's no point of going heavier or doing more if the technique isn't there or something ain't comfortable. Okay, so if something doesn't feel right, I always say stop, reevaluate what's happening. Why is that happening, right? 10 more seconds. Good. Down and press. Awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. One more rounds of each. Whew, I feel that in my buttocks. In 4, 3, 2, and go. All right, so again, if you don't have a dumbbell, you can use a water bottle. If you just have a jug, just hold it in front of you, right? This is just a little different off your weight distributing, right? So every exercise can be just altered so slightly to make it just a little bit different. Good job. 20 more seconds. Come on, you got this. Sorry, 20 more seconds now. I lied. And again. Ooh. Oh, feels so good. Gonna feel these ones tomorrow, right? That's what we want. We want to feel muscles. We want to feel them work, but not that they're hindering us to doing everyday tasks, but enough to go, oh, yeah, okay, feel those muscles, and switch to the other side. It's your last one, shoulders down and back, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Oh, ah. Have you ever had that when you go into it? It's like, whew, Charlie horse. And feel that. Those muscles are tired. Oh, yeah. Oh. And push. See? Happens to me too. I am human, I swear. And press. Good. Sometimes I feel like, it's like, I can do another class and I can do a recording. Maybe I'll do another recording. But then I get to my third recording and it's like, nope, my body done. And again, good job. 10 more seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Shake it out. Thank goodness that is done. All right, we're going to move into our next one, similar to what we're just doing, meaning one exercise that we just go back and forth with, so we can really isolate that area. And we're going to do a staggered deadlift, okay? So we're going to have one foot in front, one leg behind, and it's that front leg that we're working, right? So same hand, same leg, are doing the stretch and pull. That back leg, we're just tapping it down for support. What we're not doing is what we sometimes do for the one-legged deadlift is lifting that back leg up. That really involves a lot more of a stretch in the glute. What we want, a little bit more of that hamstring work, okay? So one leg forward, one leg back, just tapping those toes down, bending that front leg just so slightly again, and really think about hinging from the hip as we're coming down, right? So it's not a rounding, you're not reaching to the floor, you're hinging from your hip. Are we ready for that? Whew, my quads are just done. In 4, 3, 2, let's go. Stretch and come on up. So I'm keeping my head in neutral. So it's a nice way of setting yourself up. It's usually sideways to your screen, right? So that you don't have to look at me in front of you because that's really not that great for the neck. So always keep your head in neutral. Good, get that nice stretch in and coming back up. Not rounding my back, everything stays nice and flat, right? Down and lift. Good, in that heel and lift. Staying in your heel and lift. Good, in your heel and lift. 10 more seconds. And time. Good. Over to the other side. Opposite leg forward, opposite leg back. You might be more balanced on one side. Ready? And go. Bending over and press. And you might also be more flexible on one side than the other, right? So again, you should not feel this in your lower back. Like there should be no discomfort there. Staying in your back and your front legs heel. Your back leg shouldn't have much weight, right? So it's all in the front. Good. All in the front. And press. Awesome. Exhale out. Good. Down and lift. A little bit of that stretch. And then lifting it back up with your glute. Whoo. Oh, we're going to be sore tomorrow. I can tell. And switch to the other leg, second round. Oh, good work. So we definitely have to do upper body tomorrow, yeah? Ready? Let's go. And lift. So I'm definitely more flexible on the side. This feels a lot more natural to me, right? My other leg is like, not really liking it as much, right? And then, if I analyze some bodies, right? Like, so I analyze my own body here. I know like certain surgeries may have been a cause of tightening, some accidents, right? So you know that your body maybe moves a little differently on one side than the other. And then we have to figure out how to correct some of that. And some of that stuff will never be 100% corrected, but we definitely want to be more functional, right? Good. And lift. 5 more seconds. So I'm a specialist of exercise therapy. One more. I'm going to switch it over. And I work with physios, massage therapists, chiropractors to get people more mobile again. Ready? And go, especially after being injured, right? So you go to your physio, massage therapy, chiropractic, acupuncture, all that great stuff. And then I come in when you're ready to go to put you back on track with creating a workout program around your lifestyle, right? And doing all that so that you go into physio or any of those services as a follow-up and to keep your body in check, right? So I work closely with those professions and press. Good. Digging in with the heel. Exhale, squeeze. Good. And push. Looking awesome. 5 more seconds. And time. Awesome. One more set of each. Whew. How are those glutes? How are those hamstrings? Ready? And go. Oh, feels so good. Good. Inhale down. Exhale, pressing it. 3. Good. And push. Inhale down. Exhale, squeezing it up. Good job. There's 20 seconds. Come on, this is your last round. Don't stop on me now. And lift. We got this. Right? 15 more seconds. Oh, these ones are sneaky. Because when you're doing them, you're like, yeah, I feel the stretch. I feel things working. But the next day, you're like, oh dear, what have I done? And then over the other side, not to scare you, don't want to scare you. But you may feel this a little bit more intense tomorrow. Ready? And go. It's your last round. And press. Try not to twist through the hips, right? So everything is nice and square. I would say, think about your hip bones pointing down to the floor, right? We're not rotating through the torso. Stretch into it, pushing it back with your glutes. Hamstring stretch, squeeze. Hamstring stretch, stay in the heel, squeeze. We should be able to wiggle those toes in your shoes. And lift. Good job. 10 more seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and time. Oh, yes. Let's have some water. And we're going to move into some curtsies. So again, we can have the dumbbell. You can do this without a dumbbell. So if you're really feeling like, I'm definitely getting a little tired, you might want to do it without it. But if you have a dumbbell, you can hold it right at your chest like so, or just underneath. And all we're going to do, we're going to curtsy it, coming back up, One leg only, 50 seconds, then the other leg, again, 3 times through. I'm just being mean today. But having that said, we're working all around that hip, right? So we work in your quads, we worked your glutes, we're working a little bit on that lower back, we worked on your hamstrings, we worked on your stability, and now we're working more abductors and adductors, right? So we're really getting all around, we're getting that lower body, waist down in today. All right, so grab your jug, dumbbell, baby, puppy, whatever you have, and we're gonna start curtsying to the right, okay? In 4, 3, 2, let's go. So curtsying down. So what I usually do is I try to go sort of center to my mat, and I go to the back corner of the opposite corner of my mat. So once I'm sort of, there we go. See how I try to tap it right to the back end. And again, I'm trying to really dig in with that heel to make this glute and hip do the work. And press. Good. Down and press. And down and press. Awesome. And lift. Good. 15 more seconds. Come down as low as you're comfortable. So if you have bad knees, you might not be able to go super low. That's okay. If you have a chair in front of you, maybe that will give you more balance, right? And time. Good. Other side. Opposite leg. We're going to take it over to the opposite corner of the mat in 4, 3, 2, and go. Oh, yeah, my left side, definitely. All the way down from my oblique, my hip, my hamstring, I can feel that there's definitely some major fatigue going on, also in my quad. So it's interesting, right? Because you kind of go, why? Why is it my one side and my other side is totally fine? So you just got to look at your, maybe a couple days before and go, well, what did I do? Especially when you don't have any injuries, you're kind of going, what did I do that could irritate or make that side so tired, right? So it could be biking, swimming, paddleboarding, kayaking, whatever you're doing right now could contribute to one-sided fatigue. 4, 3, 2, and the other side, second set. And when you have this one-sided fatigue, ready? 4, 3, 2, and go. Could also be a job, right? Like if you're in construction, or if you're a courier, or if you're a dog walker, right? So let's say you always have a leash in one hand. Or if you have a baby, you always carry your baby on one side of your hip. So all those things that you do on a daily basis that contribute to many minutes or hours of your day doing that, well, we got to undo that with exercise. Right? So that's when you feel usually one side has some different things going on than the other. Or if you always carry a purse just on one shoulder, switch it over. If you always have your baby on the one side, switch your baby to the other side. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and time. Other side. If you always sleep on one side, right? So why is my shoulder so sore? Because you always sleep on that side. But that's a tough one to undo. Ready, set, and go. So if you always sleep on one side and trying to sleep on the other side, or you're a back sleeper or a belly sleeper, that's something tough because that's something that you're used to. But maybe start there when you first go to sleep. Right? Or try to navigate through some stuff. Or Google is always a good one, and see what kind of pillow you need to maybe help out. So sleeping is a big one, right? Because we do spend anywhere between 7 to 10 hours of sleeping. Then you may be lying on the couch watching TV. That all adds to it. Down and press. Good. 10 more seconds. And press. 5 more seconds. And switch. One more set. This is number 3, I promise. In 4, 3, 2, and time. It's always when it gets hard, you definitely count, right? It's like, yeah, I know it's number 3, Sonja. My legs are numb. I can't feel them anymore. It's got to be number 3. Down and press. Good. Down and lift. And again. right? And sometimes, so these exercises, when we're doing these supersettings, could you throw this into your own little workout routine? So let's say you do a set of push-ups with some ab work and then doing one of these supersets that we just did. Yeah, right? I mean, you can start creating your own workouts around all these workouts. Why not? You got all the tools, right? So if you're bored at home and you want to do something, grab a piece of paper and see if you can create your own workout. And switch to the other side. Oh, I swear this is the last one. I'm definitely ready for it to be my last one. Ready, set, and go. Oh, you know when you get to that point where it's like, I think it's gonna buckle. Could happen. So if I'm falling, don't laugh. And down, pressing it up. 30 more seconds. I lied. 30 more seconds now, and press. Good. And push. Awesome job. And press. We got this. Oh, I'm going to stop talking. 10 more seconds. And press. Come on, mind over matter. 4, 3, 2, and time. Oh my goodness. My buttocks is feeling this. My hips are feeling this. My quads are feeling this. How are you feeling this? We're not done yet. All right. So let's have some water and we're going to do some bands. Now, if you don't have these, don't worry about it. Just don't add them to this equation. Okay. So I'm going to put them right above my knees. If you have a physio band that you need to knot together to make this happen, that's totally fine too. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a squat with a lift back. So when I'm lifting back, I really want to focus on that glute and more higher up into that glute. So that's your glute med. So we got glute max, which is the big part of the butt. And then we got some muscles when you lift that leg, especially back, you can sort of feel them contracting. And that's what we want to feel there. Okay. So we're going to do a squat, lifting it back, and we're going to alternate right, left. But we're kicking it back, not to the side. Just remember that. Ready, set, let's go. So down and back. Don't lean too far forward. So it's going to be a little tiny lean and back. If you would like to hold the dumbbell, you totally can here, right in front of you if you like. All right, totally up to you. Good. Come on, squeeze those glutes. So I'm kicking back with my heel, but keeping the legs straight. Don't bend those legs. Good. Down and lift. Down and lift. You got this. Down and lift. Down and lift. And lift. And lift. One more. And lift. We're going to do single deadlifts. So if you need a wall to hang on to, again, we're going to alternate. We're going to dip it down, come back up, other leg, dipping it down, coming back up. So just using a little bit of that resistance. Ready? And go. So dip and up. Dip and up. So just alternating it. Don't lose your band, right? So keep a little bit of tension on. If you have a chair in front of you, you could have that too. If you're more flexible than that, maybe try to touch the floor on the way down, getting a little bit more of a stretch. When we do attempt to touching the ground, please don't round your back, okay? Keeping the band right above the knees. And again, if you don't have a band, don't worry about it, right? This will get hard too without the band. 10 more seconds. Good. My back is still flat. By shifting it and changing right, left, I have to stabilize right into that lower back. One more. So don't be surprised that it gets a little bit tiring in there. We're going to go back to your squat glute lift. Realign that band. Ready? And go. Down, lift it back. Down, lift it back. Good. And if you don't have a band, you may be kicking back a little bit further, but just check in with your technique, okay? Down and press. If you have bad knees, This is actually a great exercise because we're pushing against the band. So working those stabilizers in your knees, maybe stabilizing your knees, actually helping the knees more stable, right? 20 more seconds. But if it irritates you, then the band might not be a good tool because we're pressing against it. Don't stop pressing against it. And what we actually matter of doing, if your knees are already out like this, they actually need to come in. So maybe this is not a good band for you. Okay, last one and done. So there's many reasons on why we would use a band and maybe where we really don't. In 5, 4, 3, 2, alternating deadlifts. Ready? Let's go. And dip it down. Stretching it through the back of that leg. Good. I am sweating buckets. How are you? Huh? So again, we're not trying to open that hip up, right? So we're pointing the hips down. It's not here. Okay? So my shoulders are pointing down. My hips are pointing down. Super important. Good. And again. And the band might ride up on you a little bit. That's okay. Right, we're still maintaining some of that resistance. 10 more seconds. And time. Good. One more set of each. Ooh, my legs feel like jello. All right, squat, glute lift. Yeah? Ready? Let's go. Last round. Good job. Awesome. It's usually when you're doing it, you're like, yeah, definitely feeling a little tired. It's when you're done your workout and you're trying to use stairs or anything, and you're like, oh, my legs feel so wobbly, and press. Usually, again, fueling yourself, right? Get some protein, some oat milk, or piece of chicken, boiled egg, Greek yogurt, something to replenish those muscles and let them recover, right? Supplements, the only thing I would usually recommend is maybe some omega-3s, right? One more and done. Back to the one-legged deadlift. And, if you need to fuel quickly, ready, and one-legged deadlift, then maybe some protein powder, right, in a shake. But usually what I do is I boil up eggs for like maybe a half a dozen of them so that I have a couple days worth, right? 2 to 3 days worth, so that I can just grab them and go, right? I'm pretty busy, pretty busy, back to back doing, my work entails a lot of movement. So sometimes I don't have a lot of time to make a meal, so I have to pre-make them. So pre-planning is very successful, right? You plan for success. And that's what we do with food. 4, 3, 2, and time. Oh, all right. Let's have some water. We're going to take it right down to the floor. We're going to finish up with some donkey kicks just to be super, super mean. So hands are going to be right underneath your shoulders, flexing your foot. And all we're going to do, we're going to lift it up and getting that glute working. Okay, so making sure that we have it right around the knees. Well, right above the knees, I should say. And it may ride up on you, and that's okay. If you don't have a band, don't worry about it. Just do it without. So this leg that's working, we're going to flex that foot. We're going to lead with your heel. Okay, and 4, 3, 2, and go. Lift and lift. Make that glute engage. And again, press. There's another way of doing this to add more resistance, but it's a little bit more complicated in regards to where the band should be. So you keep going. I'll tell you when you're done and switching to the other side. Another way of doing this, so don't stop, is one foot, one band has it underneath around the ankle, and the other one around your foot. The one that has it around the foot is the working one. So this is another way of making it just a little bit harder. Okay, keep going. 10 more seconds. And press. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch to the other leg. And again, if you do not have a band, we're going to flex it from here. Then that means we're doing it without. Ready? Let's go. Yeah? So it's okay not to have a band. We're still working through the glutes and lift. Good. Squeeze them glutes. Squeeze them glutes. We got this. It's like, Sonja, seriously? Are we done? I swear this is your last exercise. Oh, just think, all you have to stretch is your glutes, quads, hamstrings, right? You don't even have to stretch your upper body. Oh, good. And lift, and lift, and lift. And you know what? The truth is, even without the band, don't stop. It's tough, right? So, as I said, if you don't have a band, don't feel that you're not working as hard. You're still working super hard. Last 4, 3, 2, and switch back to the other leg. I need a little bit of cushioning there. Flexing your foot. Ready, set, and go. Lifting it up. Lifting it up. Working the glutes. A little moment there here. There we go. Wrong knee. And press. The other knee needs the support, not the one that's not needing it. Okay, Sonja. And push. Are we feeling those glutes? So this is what usually happens when we get tired. Instead of the heel pressing up towards the ceiling, it starts looking like this. That's not what we want. Okay, so this hinge right here maintains the whole time. Yeah, and lift, and lift. 10 more seconds. Come on, booty work. Let's go. Last 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. So I think we definitely need to balance this out. 4, 3, 2, and go with a nice little upper body workout, right? And press. So, and that's another way of really kind of creating your own workouts where we go, okay, today is lower body focus, tomorrow will be upper body focus, the next day might be more of a stretch core type focus, right? And then repeat. So that's a nice way of creating your own little routines, mixing it up. If you only work out a couple times per week, then I would highly suggest doing more like a full body, okay? And press, right? Because we don't want to do lower body, lower body, lower body, lower body all the time. And as much as we want to sculpt certain parts of our body, the rest of the body needs the balance as well, okay? 4, 3, 2, and switch. We got one more set of each. Whew. Poor little bum in 4, 3, 2, last one, I swear. Are you still with me? You still love me? I feel the burn. Do you feel the burn? Of course you do. You're welcome. Are you sweating? Sweating is good. Good. If this bothers your wrists, you can also drop it down to the elbows and do it from here, right? What does it change? A little less upper body work, but honestly, it doesn't change a lot, right? So you can definitely do that too. Good. And press. And press. Good. 10 more seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and time. Whew. All right. Last one in 4, 3, 2, and go. Take a look at that knee. Are you still at 90? Are you flaring it everywhere, right? Make sure that you stay nicely aligned with that hip. Don't miss out on that nice 90-degree angle off that leg, and push. It's like you're pressing up the ceiling. Last 20 seconds. Good. Almost there. Come on, 10 more seconds. We got this. Last 4, 3, 2, And time. Knees are apart, big toes together, sit back in those heels, arms extended. You did a phenomenal job. You stuck it out, you hung in there, you stayed with me. Oh, yes. Coming all the way forward, we're going to lower those hips down, opening it up through the chest and your abdomen, right? And this gives a nice little lower back compression. Lots of stabilizing, especially when we're doing those deadlifts. Awesome work. And then coming back up on all fours, slowly coming back to a standing position. Don't rush this. Oh, my legs. I'm going to take one leg up behind you, pushing through those quads, opening up the shoulder in the same time. Squeeze your butt cheeks if you still can. I don't know. They might be numb right now. Awesome work. Releasing it. Let's do the other leg. Sliding this hand down to the shoelaces. Opening it up. Pressing that hip forward. Squeeze those glutes so that that foot that you're hanging onto, the knee should be behind the standing leg, just slightly, but still keeping the upper body upright. Good job. And release. Good. We're going to elevate your foot. We can use a chair. We can use your couch. We can use the edge of your bed. We're going to have your leg up, flexing that foot in, leaning forward, and again, stretching right through the hamstring. Breathing into it. If you don't have anything around you that you can elevate on, you can do this right on the floor. Just be careful not to round through the back. The more we flex that toe in, the more of a stretch we're going to get down in that calf as well. Let's take it over to the other side. Flexing that foot, leaning forward into it, and again, get that nice stretch in through the hamstring. You did an awesome job. Very well done. Thank you for joining today. My name is Sonja Badesi from Success Fitness. Thank you, Raw Roads, for sponsoring this class. And we will see you at the next class. Have a fantastic day and remember to fuel, okay? Hydrate, fuel, and get ready for the day.